What is up, folks? My name is Steven, and today we're looking at the top 5 YouTubers in the content creation space that have merch worth paying out money for. And make sure you watch until the end of this video, because we'll also be sharing some YouTuber merch that really isn't worth shit.
Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a come up. This is fucking awesome.
Before we get into the breakdown though, I must first ask you for some help. I am a tiny channel trying to grow and flourish in this big bad space, and you can help by clicking that subscribe button and smashing that thumbs up. Yeah, it still feels weird saying that. I would really appreciate though if you did like the content that you let me and the all-important YouTube algorithm know by clicking all those buttons down below and even leaving a comment, hopefully something nice. The first YouTuber I want to talk about today is Caleb Pike, or as he is better known on YouTube, the DSLR shooter. You see, Caleb makes unbelievable videos about rigging cameras, lighting tutorial, gear reviews, but the product of his that I really want to talk about, that I absolutely love, is his LUTs. Now, for those of you who don't know, a LUT is like a spreadsheet that accounts for every possible color an image can have and says that this color should actually look like this color.
Why am I Mr. Pink?
Basically, it's kind of like a filter. Caleb has designed LUTs for Sony cameras and some Panasonic, if you're actually a weirdo, to use on log footage that I think is second to none. In fact, I love them so much, and I am so lazy that I use all of his LUTs on my videos as a base color grade. Be warned though that LUTs will never fix a bad image. You'll still need to know how to expose your image correctly, get an accurate white balance and all that jazz. But provided you have some basic camera knowledge, then that shouldn't really be an issue. The LUT pack I bought goes for just under $30, but you can also get a whole course which helps you learn how to make the most out of your camera and includes the LUT packs for $80. So definitely worth checking out if you're new to the camera world. I'll leave a link below to Caleb's LUTs and all of the YouTubers I'm talking about today, should you decide that you want to check them out for yourself. The second YouTuber is a content creator veteran here on YouTube. It is PeterMcKinnon.
What's up, everybody?
Now, I started watching Peter when I first picked up a camera, as he has some amazing tutorials as well as just a general insight into the philosophy of content creation that I personally find amazing. Pete's been around for a long time on YouTube, so it stands to reason that he also has a lot of merch drops throughout his time. But the one I'm talking about today is this thing. Now, before anyone watches this and gets saucy with me in the comment section, yes, I know this is a partnership with Nomadic, but from what I understand, it's been designed by Pete and marketed heavily to his YouTube audience by Pete, so that means it's worth a slot in this video. What can I say about this bag? Okay, it's big, clearly, so carries so much of my gear, nearly all of it, and it is well made, lots of pockets. Look, there's loads of reviews out there. Go look them up if you want like an in-depth breakdown. Just know that the bag is worth it, provided you travel, that is. If you don't travel as much or have as much gear, then you probably don't need a bag this size. Like, the thing is huge, and while that can be great, it can get in the way very, very quickly. Now, Pete has, in all his capitalistic pirate insight, made another version of this bag that is smaller, designed for daily use, that I don't own because of the cost. Which is actually the worst thing about this bag. This bag here costs a whopping $541, and that is without any of the inserts that you can buy. So if you have the money and you're going to be buying an expensive but good quality bag for your camera gear, then yes, these bags are great quality and in my opinion, worth the money. But if you don't have the spare cash to spend on this bag, I will leave a link to some potential alternatives in the description of this video that might work out a little bit better for your needs. Alright, I am so nervous about sharing this YouTuber with everyone because at the moment he is one of the smaller content creators on this list, and if he blows up and can't keep making videos at the same pace, I will be very upset. This guy is Dylan Bates, a brilliant YouTuber who makes content about editing with Final Cut and Apple Motion. Dylan takes like really complex editing techniques and motion graphics and makes them easy to understand and follow along. He also creates a load of plugins to download for Final Cut Pro to speed up your workflow. My favorite one is definitely the Pro Zooms, which is one I use in pretty much every one of my videos. Every one. At $25, the plugin is definitely worth it. And he also has a ton of other plugins worth checking out, as well as a bank of free content on his channel about how to get some of those plugins for free. So watch this space, because Dylan is going places. Number 4 on our list is another slightly controversial choice. It is this, the SwitchPod. Made by YouTuber Caleb Wojcik and Pat Flynn, two amazing creators who give you tutorials on building a business and creating better videos. But Stephen, why is this controversial? I hear you say. That's how I imagine you sound out there. Well, it's two YouTubers coming together to make something a separate business as opposed to specifically YouTuber merch. But I think it has a place here as it was born from YouTube and both creators promote it throughout their channels. The SwitchPod is essentially a small tripod that is meant to be a replacement for all those Joby GorillaPods and flexible leg thingies that don't really hold up very well over time. Here's the thing about the SwitchPod. When it came out, I saw loads of people talking about it, doing sponsored videos with it, singing its praises. But you don't hear a whole lot about it these days, and personally, I think it's actually a mistake. This little thing can hold up to 45 kilos and can make vlogging a hell of a lot easier and nicer to look at, because you can extend your arm further, like so, and get more context in your scene. It comes in at $149 if you bundle the ball head and the phone mount, or you can just get the pod section, the switch section, this section here for $99. Although it might actually make more sense to get the ball head mount, as the threads on the bottom of the thing can make it difficult to go into any third-party mount, or at least it has in my experience. I use it whenever I'm out shooting content for myself on the mean streets of Vancouver, and I definitely recommend looking into it if you're making that type of content. Okay, before we get to the final YouTuber that I think has made a good product, I wanted to talk to you first about a few YouTubers I think didn't. Firstly, and this is not directed at any one YouTuber in particular, I disagree with the idea of selling presets for photography. All the big YouTubers in the content and photo space are trying to sell you presets. And in theory, it makes sense. You look up to them, you think their photos are class, but in reality, unless you have the same camera, lens, and settings, you're never really going to perfectly match a creator's preset. And to be honest, why would you want to? Also, full disclosure, this is coming from someone who has spent hundreds, if not potentially thousands of dollars on presets. In my own opinion, presets will only slow you down in your ability to hone your style and craft and hamper your growth as a photographer. Also, a pet peeve of mine is prompt cards. Maybe they work for people. Maybe some people get a load of value from having a deck of cards to inspire them, but to be honest, it seems kind of like a cash grab to me. And no amount of premium grade cardboard or titanium laser cut metal will convince me otherwise. Also, clothing. And again, this isn't about specific YouTuber clothing, but like more about those YouTubers that don't spend any time making clothing that feels terrible and has zero effort put into the design. I get that people will buy YouTube clothing merch as a way to support their favorite creators and feel connected, but just like do your due diligence about the clothing before you spend your hard-earned money on it. Some of it feels like shit. And finally, the last YouTuber on the list who has made something that I think actually has a lot of value is Parker Waldeck, who runs an online film school known as the Full-Time Filmmaker. Now, firstly, is there anything in this course that you can't find on YouTube for free from searching? Well, honestly, no. But having it all in one place and structured in a coherent way can save you a hell of a lot of time and energy. Parker's course promises to teach you how to start, run, market, and scale a six-figure video business. The course takes you through things like understanding your equipment, setting up shots, getting better audio, editing in different programs, and as well, how to shoot for things like weddings, music videos, and much, much more. One of the most appealing things about the course though is that you can buy individual segments, or you can purchase the course outright and get lifetime access to everything that is currently being created, along with access to future content that will be created as the course updates and grows. It currently comes in at $997, which is much cheaper than a year in film school. So if you are interested in improving your skills and learning more about the type of content you want to create, then maybe this course is for you. And there you have it, folks. Do you own any of these YouTube products and agree or disagree with my take? Or maybe you own someone else's merch and think I'm a fucking idiot that I didn't include it in this video. Well, if that's the case, then do let me know down in the comment section below, along with any suggestions you might have for future videos that you'd like to see. That's all from me. Marcus Brownlee, peace. That's what he does peace. Yeah? I'm not cool enough to do that though.